Okay, first things first, I'm wearing a ridiculous neon headband because it was bright day at work today. So why not wear neon headbands with the rest of your neon clothes, right? Yeah. Second thing second, I just stole that from Brett the Intern. So anyway, second thing second. Today I'm reviewing The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer is about a girl named Mara Dyer who was in an accident with her friends, and her friends died and she didn't, and she doesn't remember anything about it, and she is having trouble dealing with it, and has crazy visions of things that are not there, and things that are scary, and is seeing her dead friends, having weird dreams, and she's afraid she's crazy. Her and her family moved to a different state to help her start over and deal with this. What the book mostly is about is her dealing with the crazy stuff that's happening, and also she meets a boy who she may or may not like, who may or may not like her back. And it's mostly about her dealing with everything that's going on and becoming friends with this guy. But it's also about her, you know, trying to figure out if she actually is crazy, or if these things that are happening to her are like something like supernatural, and that it's not something that's actually just going inside of her brain that can be fixed with drugs. So it's a big like back and forth thing for the reader, even wondering, are the dreams she's having actual dreams, or is it something that's actually happening? Is she actually seeing the ghosts of her friends, or is she just seeing these things? What is going on? It's a pretty much what is going on book the whole time. For the most part, I enjoyed it. There were times where I was like, oh my god, what is going on? Because, you know, she would have a crazy dream, or something else weird would happen, and then you'd be like, oh my god, what is this story really about? But then it would go back to not much happening. I liked that there wasn't very much of this weird supernatural / crazy stuff going on, because it made it a little bit more intriguing, because it wasn't a huge part of the story, so when it did happen, you were like, oh! But at the same time, I think it would have been cooler if there was more supernatural stuff, because that's cool. As I was reading it, I was thinking this is a solid 3-star. Like, it's good, it's not spectacular, I want to keep reading, but I'm not in love with it, and there isn't anything that's like super gripping about it, but I am definitely enjoying it. So I was thinking 3 stars, that seems fair. But then when I got to about here, which yes, is very close to the end, but when I got there, I was like, whoa, whoa. Really, it just blew my mind. I did not see it coming. It was good. And my thoughts were, okay, maybe this is a 4-star book, because that was amazing, and it just made the rest of the book amazing. So I enjoyed up until there. Yeah, it was good. And then once I got here, it just made all of this that much better. I was just like, no way! And this part of the book, I was like, 5 stars. This section of the book is 5 stars. And I'm really thinking that the next book is going to be even better, because it made it seem like this book was just a huge backstory to the second one. That you just really need to know all of this crazy stuff in order for the second one to come out. And the second one, I feel like it's going to go down. And then I got to the ending, like the very ending, like the very, very last page, and I was like, what? What? Are you serious? Ugh! I hated the very last twist. I didn't think that it made sense with the rest of the book. A lot of the other stuff throughout the book doesn't make sense with that ending. I feel like the twist came at the last minute, and she was like, ooh, I'm gonna do this, without planning it, so that it didn't fit with the rest of the stuff. Like, it doesn't make, there's so much that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but this stupid letter at the beginning from Mara, okay, it's like, my name is not Mara Dyer, but my lawyer told me I had to choose something. I know that having a fake name is strange, but trust me, it's the most normal thing about my life right now. Even telling you this much probably isn't smart. Without my big mouth, no one would know that a 17-year-old who likes Death Cab for Cutie was responsible for the murders. No one would know that somewhere out there is a B student with a body count. And it's important that you know, so you're not next. Rachel's birthday was the beginning. This is what I remember. And the book has absolutely nothing to do with that letter. Nothing! She does not have a lawyer. I don't understand. Ugh, it's so frustrating. Because, first of all, it says that her name is not Mara Dyer. But her whole family's last name is Dyer, and her name is Mara in the beginning, like in chapter 1 before all the crazy stuff happens and her friends die. Her name is Mara, so that means she had to have killed someone before that and she hasn't told us about it? Like, what? I am super frustrated with this letter at the beginning. I want to just rip that page out of the book and pretend it's not part of the book. Oh my god, this book is bugging me more than I thought it did. I don't even know what rating I'm going to give it now. Because on Goodreads, I gave it 4 stars. But now that I'm talking about it out loud, I feel like this book sucked now because so much of it was making me angry. I don't know. I definitely want to read the second one. I'm not in a hurry to go out and get it. I feel like it's not 4-star worthy now that I've complained about a whole bunch of stuff from it. Except it was only 2 things that I was complaining about. I was complaining about the letter at the beginning and the twist at the end. Okay, so 4 stars because I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I wasn't a huge fan of Noah because he's like, you know, a player and smokes. And neither of those things are attractive at all. But towards the end, I was starting to like him, for sure. Especially the shoulder scene. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. I thought that part was really hot. I don't know why. Okay, so Noah grew on me. Yes. I did really enjoy the supernatural / crazy stuff. And the fact that you didn't know if it was supernatural or if it was Mara being crazy, and that when she had crazy dreams, you didn't know if it was a crazy dream or if it actually happened. You were like, what is going on? So yeah, I enjoyed that. And so I think 4 stars is, yeah, 4 stars is good. Just cut out the first page and I'll pretend the twist didn't happen until the second book comes, because that's going to be a big part of the second book. But until then, I can pretend it didn't happen, right? No, I can't. I should just accept it and move on.